There is a version of you that you haven't met yet. A version so cold, so calculated, and so relentlessly consistent that if you met him today, you wouldn't recognize him. You would fear him. Most people think discipline is about waking up early, eating clean, or working hard. They are wrong. Real discipline is not a habit. It is an act of violence against your own weakness. It is the ability to look at your emotions, your fatigue, and your excuses and bury them alive. Machiavelli knew this. He didn't write for the saints. He wrote for the strategists. He understood that to hold power in a chaotic world, you cannot be soft. You cannot be predictable. You must become a force of nature. When you become truly disciplined, people don't just respect you. They get nervous around you. They sense a shift. They see a man who can no longer be manipulated, a man who has stopped negotiating with himself. And that terrifies them. Because a man who cannot be broken by his own mind cannot be broken by anything. You are here because you are tired. Not physically tired, soul tired. You are exhausted by your own inconsistency. You are sick of making promises to yourself that you break by noon. You are watching others rise while you stay trapped in the same loop of motivation followed by collapse. You want to know how to break out. You want to know how to build a mind that is bulletproof. I am going to show you how. But be warned, this is not self-help. This is self-destruction. We are going to destroy the weak, dependent, emotional part of you so that the ruler can emerge. We are going to apply the ruthless philosophy of Niccolò Machiavelli to your daily existence. By the end of this, you will understand why being liked is a weakness and why being feared through your discipline is the ultimate freedom. But you have to listen closely, because the secret isn't in what you add to your life, it's in what you are willing to kill. Most men are slaves. Slaves to their impulses. Slaves to their phones. Slaves to the opinions of people they don't even like. The moment you start this path, you stop being a slave. You become a sovereign. But sovereignty has a price. Are you willing to pay it? Phase 1. The discipline of silence. Machiavelli famously said that everyone sees what you appear to be, but few experience who you really are. The average man tells you everything. He broadcasts his plans. He posts his workouts. He announces his new era on social media before he has done a single day of work. He seeks validation for effort he hasn't even exerted yet. This is why he fails. He releases the pressure valve before the engine even starts. You must do the opposite. You must become a ghost. True discipline requires silence. It requires the dark. When you are constantly talking about your goals, you are begging for approval. You are asking the world if it is okay for you to become this. Stop asking. The most dangerous man in the room is the one who listens, watches, and says nothing. When you go silent, you create a vacuum. People become unsettled. They project their own fears onto you. They wonder what you are up to. They wonder why you don't need their attention anymore. This silence is your armor. It protects your intent. When you work in the dark, you make mistakes that no one sees. You correct them without judgment. You build strength without the interference of other people's doubt. Imagine disappearing for 6 months. No announcements, no explanations. Just work, the gym, the business, the mind. You cut the noise. You cut the cheap dopamine. You cut the toxic friends who only love you when you are drinking with them. And then you re-emerge. But you don't come back the same. You come back sharper, heavier. Your presence feels different. You don't have to tell people you changed. They feel it. They see it in your posture. They hear it in the way you don't speak. This is the discipline of the ghost. It scares people because it reminds them of their own lack of focus. It reminds them that while they were seeking attention, you were building power. Start today. Stop explaining yourself. Explanation is the language of the victim. The powerful do not justify their actions. they execute them. If you are tired, shut up and work. If you are hurt, shut up and heal. If you are winning, shut up and keep winning. Your results will speak, and their voice will be louder than anything you could ever say. Phase 2. Emotional alchemy. There is a misconception that disciplined people are robots, that they don't feel pain or boredom or sadness. That is a lie. The disciplined man feels everything. He feels the desire to sleep in. He feels the sting of rejection. He feels the overwhelming urge to quit. The difference is, he does not care. Machiavelli argued that a leader must not be ruled by emotion, but must use emotion. Men are driven by two principal impulses, either by love or by fear. You must apply this to yourself. You cannot rely on loving the grind. You will not love the grind at 4 in the morning. You will hate it. You cannot rely on passion. Passion is a fickle flame. A gust of wind blows it out. You need something colder. You need duty. Discipline is the art of acting in direct opposition to how you feel. It is emotional alchemy. You take the lead weight of "I don't want to," and you transmute it into the gold of "I did it anyway." When you stop consulting your feelings before you act, you become dangerous. If your enemy knows that you only fight when you are motivated, all they have to do is wait until you are sad, until you are tired, and then you are defenseless. But if you are the kind of man who works harder when he is miserable, who trains harder when he is heartbroken, who focuses deeper when he is angry, you become unpredictable. You become immune to circumstance. People look at you and think, "Why isn't he stopping? He should be broken by now." They don't understand that you have detached your actions from your feelings. You treat your emotions like the weather. You may look outside and see a storm. You acknowledge it. It is raining. But you do not cancel your mission because of rain. You put on a coat and you walk. You are the prince. And your emotions are unruly subjects. You listen to them, but you do not let them rule the kingdom. If they riot, you crush them. Practice the 3-second rule. When the alarm goes off, you have 3 seconds. If you think for 4 seconds, your brain will convince you to stay in bed. Your brain is designed for comfort, not greatness. 1, 2, 3, move. Do not think. Thinking is the enemy of execution. Over time, you rewire yourself. You stop being a man who tries. You become a machine that functions regardless of how it feels. This is how you become untouchable. Phase 3. The weaponization of isolation. Machiavelli knew that to maintain power, a ruler often had to stand alone. A wise prince relies on what is in his own control, not on what is in the control of others. Look at your circle. Look at the 5 people you spend the most time with. Are they pushing you, or are they comfortable? Most people are terrified of being alone. They fill every silent moment with noise. They cannot sit with their own thoughts because their thoughts tell them the truth. To become terrifyingly disciplined, you must embrace isolation. You must be willing to walk away from people who do not serve the mission. This sounds cruel. It is. But it is necessary. When you start to rise, people will try to pull you back. Not because they hate you, but because your growth exposes their stagnation. They will say you've changed. You're obsessed. You're no fun anymore. Good. Fun is the distraction of the average. You are here for mastery. Become comfortable being the villain in their story. Let them misunderstand you. You are not here to be understood. You are here to be effective. Isolation is the laboratory of the great. In solitude, you hear your own voice. You clarify your vision. You fight boredom, anxiety, and doubt. And when you win that fight in the dark, you walk into the light with a confidence that cannot be faked. Phase 4. The fear of unpredictability. It is much safer to be feared than loved, because love is fragile. Fear is consistent. When you are undisciplined, you are predictable. People know you will quit. They know you will fold. When you are disciplined, you stop reacting. You analyze. You rebuild. You execute. Your consistency becomes your weapon. A man who shows up every day without complaint is unstoppable. He is inevitable. Stop seeking sympathy. Hide your wounds. Fix your posture. Walk with purpose. Even if your world is burning, do not let them see you sweat. This is not pretending. This is control. Phase 5. The standard of the absolute. You fail because your standards are too low. You have accepted almost as enough. Luxury has made men weak. Comfort has sedated you. To be disciplined today is an act of rebellion. Declare war on comfort. Set standards that feel unreasonable. Guard your time like a dragon guards gold. Be brief. Be direct. Be inaccessible. Discipline creates scarcity. Scarcity creates value. Phase 6. The death of the old self. To become powerful, you must kill the version of you that needs approval. You are at war with your past self. If you do not kill him, he will kill your future. This will cost you friends. It may cost you love. Pay the price. On the other side is rebirth. Power over yourself is majesty. When you conquer your mind, the noise stops. Anxiety fades. Fear dissolves. You become free. It is a cold freedom, a lonely freedom, but it is real. The world is getting softer. That is your advantage. Let them fear. You have work to do. The old you is dead. Now go build the new one.